With Paul George joining the Philadelphia 76ers, fans are buzzing. Can this new powerhouse trio of Embiid, George, and Maxey dethrone the reigning champs, the Boston Celtics? Let's dive into how George's addition changes the game and whether the Sixers are now the top threat in the East. Don't miss out. Hit that subscribe button and join the discussion. Paul George officially signed a 4-year deal with the Philadelphia 76ers last weekend, but that wasn't the original plan. The Star Wing said that he was not trying to leave the LA Clippers in free agency, but felt compelled to do so after receiving the Clippers' first offer, a 2-year, $60 million deal, which he found disrespectful. George said there was a curveball thrown in his extension negotiations when Leonard signed his new contract in January, a 3-year, $153 million deal. The deal was less than the full max Leonard could have received and didn't include a player option, signaling that the star forward made some concessions with the franchise in the contract. When George learned of Leonard's deal, he indicated that he would accept a similar deal in the middle of the season, but the Clippers weren't willing to offer him one. After the season ended, George said the team upped its offer to a 3-year, $150 million deal, which was essentially the contract Leonard got. However, George claimed that the Clippers wouldn't give him a no-trade clause. He sought this clause to have control over his future, so he increased his asking price. With the Clippers unwilling to meet his new terms, George entered free agency. As it became clearer that he wasn't returning to LA, George set his sights on the Golden State Warriors. However, the Warriors could only acquire him through a trade, and the Clippers weren't satisfied with the offers. Eventually, the Sixers swooped in and offered George a 4-year, $212 million contract, which he accepted just hours into the start of free agency. While George didn't get to join the Warriors, he said signing with the Sixers was a win-win because Joel Embiid is a unicorn of a player. Embiid also feels great about the move, telling ESPN that the star trio of Tyrese Maxey, George, and himself are an amazing fit due to George's scoring, 22.6 points per game, and shooting, 471, 413, 907 splits abilities last season. Of course, the big question is whether it's enough for the Sixers to get over the hump and take down the reigning champion Boston Celtics in the Eastern Conference. Keyshawn Johnson rated the Sixers about a 7 on a scale of 1 to 10 for being the biggest threat to the Celtics in the East, but he believes they still have some work to do. Adding an extra guy who can get the Sixers 20-25 points at any time is crucial. If the Sixers miss Embiid for a period of time, can Paul George, along with Maxey, have the ability to get them to the Eastern Conference Finals to face the Celtics? It is believed so. They are better than the New York Knicks. The fans agreed with that sentiment, believing George joining Philadelphia is a seamless acquisition. Paul George going to the Sixers is such a perfect fit. He does things nobody else there does. He allows Joel Embiid to be even more of a force on both ends of the floor. It will also take some of the burden off Tyrese Maxey, who is only 24 years old and still needs a veteran presence. Maybe George is not the best defender in the league anymore, but he can still defend at a very high level. It will be beautiful to watch those guys play basketball together if they stay healthy. The Philadelphia 76ers superstar Joel Embiid is excited about his fit, alongside new free agent acquisition Paul George. "Yeah, I think as far as the fit, it looks amazing," Embiid said in an interview on SportsCenter, HTESPN's Tim Bontemps. "It is great, especially when you have a big. I don't like to call myself a big, but when you have a player that posts up and isolates quite a bit, you need willing shooters and guys who are not afraid to pull the trigger." After spending the past 5 years with the Los Angeles Clippers, George declined a $48.8 million player option to return to the team for the 2024-25 season. Instead, the 9-time All-Star joined the 76ers on a 4-year maximum contract worth $212 million. George should help Philadelphia contend for the Eastern Conference crown next season after the team suffered a first-round playoff loss to the New York Knicks in 2024. Embiid admitted that the team's lack of playoff success throughout his tenure with the organization has weighed on him. Embiid, George, and Tyrese Maxey should form one of the NBA's most imposing trios next season. Maxey is coming off a breakout year, averaging a career-high 25.9 points per game on 45.0, 37.3, 86.8 shooting splits, and earning Most Improved Player honors. He was rewarded with a 5-year, $204 million contract extension from the team on July 1st. If the three stars can remain relatively healthy next season, they'll look to help Philadelphia improve upon their number 7 finish in the Eastern Conference standings. Can Paul George elevate the Sixers to take down the Eastern Conference team? The addition of Paul George to the Philadelphia 76ers brings a new dimension to their game. His scoring ability, veteran presence, and defensive skills complement Joel Embiid's dominance and Tyrese Maxey's emerging talent. While the Sixers still face challenges, George's arrival significantly bolsters their chances of overcoming tough Eastern Conference opponents, including the reigning champions, the Boston Celtics. If the trio can stay healthy and mesh well on the court, the Sixers could very well be the top threat in the East and make a deep playoff run. The upcoming season promises to be an exciting one for Sixers fans as they watch this new lineup in action. Do you have any idea on the acquisition of Sixers to Paul George? Please share your comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more NBA content. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.